G'day fellas, welcome back. How you doing? Yeah, pretty good myself as we jump on board the qualifying lap. From last Saturday night, the live stream didn't go so well, so after I turned the cameras off, we jumped on and I had another sneaky go. And you can see the first lap is good enough for provisional pole. We picked ourselves up a nice purple in Sector 1. I'm not sure if we've passed Sector 2 yet. Maybe that's Sector 2. Another purple. So I'm feeling pretty confident. We saw at the start that we had a couple of A graders in this lobby. So this was a really good chance for me to pick up some DR points. As we run a little deep, I gave myself a big enough gap that I was hoping I would catch this bloke in front on the final straight. There's another purple. And we crossed the line, not blisteringly fast, but 39.7, which was good enough at this point for pole, as we're about to confirm that with the end of the session. There it is on the front row, the lovely Mazda LM55, as we roll the Nations Cup start screen. There it is, a 39.7 gets you on pole. As we run through the order, we got Banana Josh becoming a regular. Mid Risky. Now we're gonna race him a fair bit this race. He gets a good start. High Stakes loves an alternative strategy, and Captain Kirkhard loves putting some K's in there for me. JR Cash, another familiar name, down in 6th, as I really should learn how to pronounce that. He's got his own YouTube channel as well. Jump on there if you want to have a look. And now we're getting low enough that these names are unpronounceable. Well, maybe not unpronounceable. So there you have it, PJ Mac rounding out the top 10. 2, 1 and start. Here we go. Now we pull to the right hand side here because we do not want to let anybody up the inside down into turn 1. So I've raced Tokyo enough that if you get caught on the outside here, you will get pushed into the wall and you will get yourself a penalty. So Banana Josh gets himself some slipstream, pulls out to the left. I don't mind him out there because that means he's going to run into the wall and I won't. As have a look at the bottom right hand side, there is absolute carnage there. Don't ask me how I've kept first. Banana Josh was a gentleman probably. He's starting to put the pressure on now. Once again, we stick to the inside. I'm not letting anyone up the inside. I want to keep this first position. Want the race to settle down. Yeah, and we've managed to nail it through there, and we've pulled ourselves a gap already. So if someone wants to wave a checkered flag, I'd be more than happy with that. I'll take that as a win. And no, what have we gone and done? We've run wide and tapped the wall. Too busy concentrating on making a big gap on lap 1 so we didn't become victim to slipstream. And High Stakes up into 2nd, Banana Josh back down in 3rd, Captain Kirk was 4th for a split second. And as it's a lap 1 penalty, the field is going to be all bunched up, and this is going to be very, very painful. So here we go, start to serve the penalty. P2, I can deal with that. Here comes a group of cars. 3, 4, 5. So hopefully we can get some slipstream. 6th and 7th making their way past. So JR Cash, not the best opening lap. Ooh, gives me a love tap. Apologise for that later. Apparently he was trying to help me get back up to speed. And Mid Risky, also not the best of starts. Down in 6th, 7th. Or 5th, 6th. So there we go, at the end of lap 1 we are 7th, so I got the start that I wanted. I actually wanted to maintain first through the first corner and probably the first lap. If I could finish the first lap in first, I would have been more than happy and probably could have made the finish line as well. but as it was, we are 7th. So this is painful now. We're just stuck in 7th. There's nowhere to overtake. You get one chance of overtaking here at Tokyo, and that's the main straight. So trying to hassle JR Cash to let me past, but he doesn't want to let me. Not doesn't want to. There's no real opportunities. He's going to lose too much time if he lets me past. As we catch the pack, there must have been a bit of carnage. Mid-risky into the wall. J Sierra, or however I pronounce that, getting himself a penalty. JR Cash gets a 4-second penalty for God knows what. We try and hang it around the outside here. Just hang, and see what happens. So 7th to 5th, we've picked up 2. 3 now as the blokes served their penalties. Banana, was that? Who was that? High stakes with the penalty. So we've got Banana Josh out front as we begin lap 3. Captain Kirkhard made his way up to 2nd. So the field is all swapped around from those starting positions. Nothing is familiar. For the keen eyes, we may have noticed there's no outside camera. That's because after the update, the GT Sport replay for this video is not working. So I would have loved to have that so we could have seen some of the carnage that was going on. It definitely was worth a look. So if anyone else has a replay of this race, drop me a line, because there's quite a few things I wouldn't mind watching again. God knows how I want to say that. Every time I pronounce it, we'll pronounce it differently. Try and thread the needle through there. We're trying to stay in touch, 2.7 seconds behind. Looks like it could be a dull lap. Maybe not so much, because I was focusing so hard on the people in front, I'd forgot that Mid-Risky was sitting a couple of tenths behind me. I believe I might only be noticing that now too. So yeah, I thought it might be here where I actually realised that he's close in tow. Yeah, we run a bit deep here, and as we come back around to get in a straight line, there's a little bit of contact here, is there? Yeah, I believe there was contact on the exit of that corner. I had no idea Mid-Risky was there actually. I was too busy focused on trying to catch these two in front. But I didn't realise Mid-Risky was coming with me. So Banana Josh must have had to serve a penalty. Maybe, maybe not, or he just got a super bad exit. So we're up into 2nd, and I'm feeling like Captain Kirkhard is within reach. He's 1.5 seconds up the road. And there's plenty of purple sectors. They seem to be giving them out. I feel like this race there was purple sectors dropping up all the time. And then Mid-Risky, a cheeky up the inside there. I didn't know he was going to come. That's definitely where I didn't know he was. He sort of had a little, you know, not the best turn one, and then Mid-Risky just thought that's his opportunity to sneak up the inside, and had no idea he was coming through. So we're back down to 4th, and the red mist is starting to descend, because these blokes, it just feels like I was getting slowed down. Like there's no chance. Like I was thinking I was faster than Mid-Risky through this part of the circuit, so he could have just tucked in behind and followed the lines through here, and we might have had a chance of catching Captain Kirkhard in the next lap or two. And then after we've done him, then we can fight for the lead, but no. A little bit of argy-bargy. And Banana Josh looks like he's picked himself up another penalty, so he probably could have won this race, I reckon, if he didn't pick up a penalty every lap. So he's going to pull over and serve that now. So back up to 3rd. I'm going to stick with my original strategy here and pit on lap 4. I was almost glad that the pit lap came around actually, because I just felt there was too much racing going on. And yeah, when you get caught racing, you can just lose a lot of time. So I'd much prefer to just stick in a couple of hot laps myself and work on my overall race time. But yeah, it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you've got to Yeah, I don't know, sometimes you got to work with the other blokes. Maybe I should just sit behind Mid-Risky, but I felt he was a touch slower, so I did want to be in front of him. So that's popped us out in 11th, but we've got ourselves a 6-second gap. So we're not going to get any traffic on the outlap, which gives me a chance to push. And indeed I am pushing as hard as I can, because this is where I'm going to get the overtakes done. If we're going to end up in front of Banana Josh and Mid-Risky, we need to pull a big gap through here on this outlap, because I would suggest this is their in-lap. And so we're just hammering through it now. As you can see, we've already caught 3 seconds. So if we time this nicely, we might even catch... Village. We might even catch him and get some slipstream down the main straight. There he is. We're going to be a bit too far back. It's Captain Kirkard pits, Mid-Risky in the pits too. He's down to 22 fuel. He's been pushing pretty hard. Captain Kirkard saved a little bit. So now we're going to see the results. How close we can get. As we come along here, there's Banana Josh pulling out, so we've got him in the pits. Here is Mid-Risky, so we've got him as well. So we just weren't able to make up enough time to Captain Kirkard. As we get another purple down there. But if we can just look down the road a bit, there it is. There he is, Captain Kirkard, the leader of the race. An effective leader still, as all those blokes further up the order haven't pitted yet. As we get ourselves a nice purple. And yeah, this is what I'm worried about right here. That block. Obviously not on purpose, but that was my one and only chance to get down the road and catch Captain Kirkard, and I think it has just been thwarted. Unlucky to catch him through there, I guess. Sometimes it just matters where you catch people on the track, and that has allowed Mid-Risky to catch me again. If we have a look in the mirror, you can see him sitting half a second. And that forces me to go shallow into this U-turn every time, which I believe sacrifices a bit of time. And so instead of concentrating on moving closer to the front of the pack, we're now going to have to focus on defending the second position. So 3 laps to go, fuel's looking pretty good. We've almost timed that to perfection. And high stakes hasn't come in. And with 2 laps to go, it's looking like he is going to do the no-stopper. So we're about 11 seconds. Yeah, we're 11 seconds off. Mid-Risky, is he going to go for a shot up the inside here again? No. Close the door on him this time. So this is where the race actually became a bit difficult. I was trying not to focus too much on keeping Mid-Risky behind, because it would ruin my lines and any chance I had of catching those 2 blokes up the front. So we've pulled out a breather. Mid-Risky's got the lines wrong through there, and that's just how disastrous it can be if you miss the line through there. So he's sitting about 4/10 back, and he's down to 2 seconds back, just from probably glancing a wall or just getting a line wrong. We're not closing very quickly to Captain Kirkard, just pulled 3/10 out of him. And as we run a mile deep, that is just makes you want to cry when you run that deep, because we just pulled a nice gap on Mid-Risky and I was going to feel comfortable, but no, we've allowed him to close and get back in the slipstream. All those gains on Kirkard have been lost. So this is a pretty scruffy race. If we have a look at the lap times there, they're all over the shop. That generally means you're not comfortable, or you're getting caught in traffic too much, or just 43, 41, 43, 41. If you can keep consistent 41s there, it would have been a much better race. So if you give me 4 seconds right now, I'd be in front of Captain Kirkard. But that's not how it played out. Yeah, Tokyo really rewards you if you can get the lines right, and I'm not saying that I'm getting any of them right, because the fast guys are doing easy in the 30s around here without even trying, and you have to be super committed to put it in the 30s, especially during race pace. So high stakes strategy, is it going to work? We've chopped that 11-second lead down to a 3-second lead, so it's looking like it's not going to work. He's losing around 5 seconds a lap. So here we go. How's it looking? So we should catch high stakes this lap. 1 lap to go. The battle of keeping Mid-Risky behind. Banana Josh sitting back there in 5th. So we had the fastest lap for about a split second there as Mid-Risky uses his slipstream to get the fastest lap. Once again, we've moved to the inside. He can have the outside. He can have as much of the outside as he wants, because that only leads you into that wall, which leads you into a penalty. So we give him a little bit of room this time, but we're not going to give him any room out of this one. So we've managed to defend that position. Captain Kirkard's got past high stakes, so the race is in the bag for him by the looks of it. So Mid-Risky really wants that 3rd, and I really want that 2nd. So he's sitting there at 2/10 back. The pressure is building. It's the final lap. You won't recover from a mistake from here. So here comes high stakes. I'm hoping I can catch him on this short straight, and we're not going to be able to. He's just too far away. Mid-Risky, we're going to have to move to the inside to defend here. Mid-Risky to the outside. High stakes deep. That is the invitation I needed. And we're back on the power. There's a little bit of contact, and that's high stakes. Where does he come from? Mid-Risky. High stakes with a 7-second penalty. He is going to be crying about that. Here comes Banana Josh out of nowhere. Are we going to manage to stay in front to the line? Yes, we do. And high stakes backed off there. Obviously not aware of the new penalty system. And Mid-Risky, probably the big loser there. Very unlucky. And once again, this is what I'm talking about. I wish that replay worked. I would love to know what actually happened out of that last U-turn. So we have managed to recover back to 2nd. But it was all to play for, and it all counted to that last U-turn. Unlucky. High stakes almost made it then. Probably could have picked himself up a 3rd, I reckon, if he nailed that last corner. Like, I assume I would have got the slipstream down the straight and I would have got him, but I'm not sure how many other blokes would have got him through there. Yeah, so thanks fellas for watching the race. Thanks for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up if you made it this far. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, crazy race, absolute crazy. Sometimes they just happen like that.